Hey, what's going on YouTube? iDevice Help here. In this video, I'm going to be doing a comparison between Sara and Siri. Sara is a new application that just launched in Cydia, and it replaces Siri, or it gives you Siri-like functionalities on your non-iPhone 4S device. The service is rather new, and I'm going to go ahead and do a comparison for you guys. The source will be in the video description down below, but you can also get it right here on the screen, Sara official repo. It's ISOFTJSC.com. So you go ahead and, like I said, it's going to be in the video description down below. Add it, and then you go ahead and hit search tab on Cydia and search for Sara. Go ahead and download the one for your respective device. They do have two, one for the iPhone 2G, 3G, iPod Touch 2G, the older devices, and one for the newer devices like 3GS and iPhone 4. I'm running it on my iPod Touch 4th generation. My iPod Touch generation is here on the left, obviously, and my iPhone 4S is on the right. I'm going to go ahead and close any application that might be open to make this a fair comparison, except the application screen splitter, which is allowing me to merge the image of my devices to the computer screen. Now, make sure that the Wi-Fi connection is exactly the same as well. I'm trying to make this as fair as possible. So you can see there, my Wi-Fi is the same network. So, and a quick note, if you want Sara to launch kind of like Siri does by pressing the home button for like a second, you go ahead and go into the Activator application. If you don't have it, go ahead and download it from Cydia. Go to Anywhere here, the first option on the top. Short hold, and add Sara to, scroll down and add Sara to this functionality. So if you scroll down and select Sara, like me right there, every time you do a short hold for the home button, Sara will launch kind of like Siri. So let's see the speed first on which one launches faster, and then we'll ask a series of questions and see which one gets it right and the fastest time. Now, before I continue with this tutorial, I did wanted to point out a few features that are unique to Sara. If you click this keyboard here on the right, you can also type in your question. This is good if you're at a noisy spot and it can't hear you. You can type your question. That is unique to Sara. And if you click this bottom right wrench here, you can also set relations. You can go ahead and tap whatever name you want to set whatever number to that relation. Go ahead and your contact book shows up on the right, and you go ahead and set the name for, or the phone number for whatever person you want it to remember, and it'll remember that person's phone number and the relation. You can also type in your name here, and whatever you type in there, Sara will refer to you as that. So let's go ahead and give it a quick try to the calling feature. Now, I am on iPod Touch 4th generation, so it's not going to call. And it also works for text messaging. But again, I am on an iPod Touch, so those features do not work on iPod Touches. This is for iPhone only. So let's go ahead and try calling my brother. I was speaking there. Let's go ahead and give it a second and try it again. Call mom. Call mom.
Please wait. I'm calling mom for you.
So as you can see there, it's not perfect, but it does work. It does call. Again, it's not going to call because I'm on an iPod Touch. And call my brother.
Calling brother.
See, so it now remembers who my brother is, just like Siri. So those are good features that come with Sara. Let's try texting. Text my brother. See, it doesn't always get it right. But again, these are some cool features I want to point out before I continue with this review. So now let's go ahead and jump back into this review and see how these two compare. So Siri's already up. Sara's not doing anything. There's Sara. So now, let's go ahead. Siri kind of won that one there. So let's go ahead and ask a question. Let's ask the weather.
What can I help you with?
Let's go ahead and ask the weather. What's the weather for today?
Here's the forecast. Maybe not so nice today.
So here's the weather. Siri got the weather right away.
I found some info for you.
Sara's got the weather. Not too bad. There we go. Kind of similar. But obviously Siri has, the built-in, Apple weather app, and Sara uses the internet. Let's go ahead and set a reminder. See if it sets a reminder or a timer. Set a timer for 20 minutes.
Your timer is set for 20 minutes.
So Sara cannot set timers. Siri obviously can. So let's go ahead and ask another question. Maybe, what's the time? What time is it?
The time is 10:30 a.m. Sorry,
So-
Nobita is teaching me how to answer this.
So Sarah cannot answer the time. Siri can. Let's go ahead. Normal questions. Find the closest McDonald's.
I found 10 restaurants matching McDonald's. 8 of them are fairly close to you.
He's God. Sarah said he's God. Siri got you the locations. Let's go ahead and what's the time in Tokyo? Let's try that.
In Tokyo, Japan, it's 12:31 a.m. Nobita is teaching
Okay,
me
so-
how to answer this.
Sarah didn't get that. Siri obviously got it. Let's go ahead and try to launch application. Now, Siri does not launch application with stock Siri from the iPhone 4S that Apple provides, but it does if you jailbreak. So they're both jailbroken devices. So see if they both have the same tweaks and see if they can both launch applications. Launch Twitter. So you can see Twitter launched on the iPhone 4S rather quickly. And
I'm tired.
Sarah says she's tired. So let's go ahead and ask it 2 more questions. Maybe, let's see. Who's Steve Jobs? Who's Steve Jobs?
Let me think about that. This might answer your question.
So Siri got who's Steve Jobs' birthday information picture. Obviously, what a surprise. But anyway,
Sorry, I'm very
Sarah
busy.
did not get that
Nobita is
right.
teaching me.
What else can we ask? Maybe let's try one more question, and then we'll decide. Find the closest hospital.
I found 3 hospitals. 2 of them are fairly close to you. I don't understand when bus is high.
Bus is high. Find the closest hospital. So let's see if Sarah gets it this time around. Didn't really understand. Can't get that. Now, one more question, and we'll close this off, guys. What's your name?
My name? Call me Sarah. Miguel. It's Siri.
So they both answered. Now, there you go, guys. It's kind of like a comparison, day-to-day questions and things you do with Siri, or actually that I do with Siri. Sarah is not quite as good, but then again, we got to keep in mind it is a small developer that developed Sarah, and Apple is a large corporation, So keep that in mind. Unfortunately, I cannot recommend Sarah at this point because it's not as solid, or at least not as solid as I'd hoped it'd be. I don't want it to be as close to Siri as Apple has Siri set up because, Apple is a huge corporation. But it could have done a little bit better. Hopefully, in more updates come along, Sarah might get better. But if for the meantime, I cannot recommend it. I'll let you guys know if it does get better. I'll leave an annotation on this video. You can go ahead and grab Sarah if you're, itching for that Siri-like feeling on your non-iPhone 4S device. And it does get some of the stuff right. But I do recommend you go ahead and check out my other video on how to get Siri on your non-iPhone 4S device by setting up a Siri proxy, which I do recommend because it does work kind of more like Siri than Sarah does. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Any questions, just leave a comment down below. Go ahead and thumbs up if you do enjoy. Make sure you go check out my blog, check out my YouTube channel. Lots of cool free stuff there. And come follow me on Twitter, guys. It's been iDevice, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.